Today we're going to try Devour's creamy bacon Alfredo mac and cheese with chicken. I like that they add the chicken at the end, like that shouldn't be one of the number one ingredients. Tender pasta in a creamy garlic Alfredo sauce topped with cuts of juicy grilled white meat chicken, hearty pieces of applewood smoked bacon, and mozzarella cheese. Now, Devour, this is going to be a little bit of a different review. Usually when I go into these reviews, I don't look up any other reviews. I don't want to know. I want to go in fresh. The specific reason I picked this one up, and I bought it at Target, $3.89, about standard price for Devours. They're usually in that range around $4. The reason I picked this up is because I've pretty much enjoyed most Devour meals. I've loved some of them. I've liked some of them. I've never hated one. But this one in particular, I was curious about, so I looked up reviews, and they're very mixed. I was looking at the Google reviews, and we have a mixture of 5 stars and a couple of 2 stars and a 1 star and a 3 star. Very mixed for a Devour product. Specifically, the number one review that pops out is from Aunt Jen on Google. I've had several Devour meals and this one was terrible. The other mac and cheese with bacon is excellent with rich, flavorful sauce, so I thought this one would be too. This one doesn't even compare. The sauce was bland and fake tasting, and half of the chicken pieces were rubbery and inedible. And then we have another one from somebody named Island Doll. I like the chicken even though there's only 2 pieces. It's nice and tender, so we're already in contradictory territory. It was the noodles and sauce for me. For sure, this was not it. The mac and cheese with bacon was 5 times better. This is for sure something I'd get if I was starving and desperate. Trashed after 3 bites. Let me read one more. We have portion size was disappointing. Tasty, but the amount of pasta was disappointing for me. And then finally, LB, reviewed on Target. Horrible consistency and taste. 2 bite and in the garbage. So we have those mixed with 5 stars that say, yum. Honestly, I've tried many other micro meals. This is by far the best. And that's from Bry C on Target as well. So I looked this up and I was just very curious to see. This is not really a new meal. This isn't necessarily a new review. This is a little different than my standard format, as I said. I want to see who is right in this situation. Is this Devour meal terrible? Is it good, or is it somewhere in between? We'll find out in a second. Let me read the back real fast. Chicken Alfredo meets applewood smoked bacon-y bliss in this mac and cheese that doesn't hold back. The creamy garlic Alfredo sauce is sure to send your head spinning in this savory take on a classic dish. Go on, keep dreaming. Okay. The creamy bacon Alfredo mac and cheese will take care of the rest. So we have 1100 watt microwave instructions. I have 1000 watts, so we might have to adjust a little bit. Cook on high 2 minutes 45 seconds. Pull back film, stir, and cook on high for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Then let stand for 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll probably up it to 3 minutes on the first one and then leave it on 2 minutes 30 seconds for the second one to kind of make up for the power. But I'm very curious to see what comes out. Let me open it up real quick and show you what it looks like beforehand. Because Devour meals are one of the few meals that kind of show what they are beforehand. You can see the individual ingredients in there. I'm trying to get the ring light to not mess it up, but you can see the bacon and the chicken in there and the cheese. So that's one of the good things about Devour meals. You can kind of see what they are. They're not a goopy mess. You can see all the individual ingredients in here. So I'm curious. We've got about, I would say the review that said there was 2 pieces of chicken, not accurate in this case. I think we got about 5 pieces of chicken here of varying size. Yeah, let's microwave it and see what comes out. Well, here's our mac and cheese, fresh out of the microwave. Looks decent, smells decent, so I'm very curious to see how rubbery this chicken is. If it's rubbery, that'll be very sad to me, because Devour is usually quality. But hey, somebody said they got rubbery chicken. I don't doubt them. That could be, you know, a thing that happens. Let me get this big old piece of chicken right here. This is more like 2 pieces of chicken. You know what? I'm going to call it 6 pieces of chicken, because this is like 2 pieces of chicken together. They just didn't make the cut. So forget that one. I'm going to go over here and get a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And try it out. You might be able to see the steam coming up. Try not to burn my mouth. It's been sitting in the microwave for like 5 minutes, but not cooled down. Here we go. The verdict is in, and I'm gonna say that the 1-star reviews were pretty much wrong. This is a good meal. I ate most of it. There's 1 piece of chicken left and a little bit of the noodles left. Ate most of it already. Wanted to share my thoughts. I actually really enjoyed this. I do have a couple criticisms. I think that there should be a little bit more Alfredo sauce. It gets a little dry, unfortunately, but still has a good taste. And now we're going to get to the big one, the chicken. Now, this is the first time, I'll say this in their defense, this is the first time I've eaten a piece of meat, I think, from Devour, where I've had to kind of second guess myself. I got a piece that had a little bit of gristle in it. Not too bad, but it was a little bit gristly, and I ended up spitting out the little bit of gristle and throwing it out, which is unfortunate. I do hate that. It happens sometimes, but the rest of the chicken was perfectly fine. It actually was pretty good, juicy chicken breast. I didn't really have any issues. It's just like this, and it all looked good, tasted good, smelled good. Didn't really have any issues. Just that little bit of gristle, which, again, I'll admit has never happened with a Devour meal before, so I'll give them that. But the person who said there was 2 bits of chicken, no, in this case, that's wrong. And the one who said it was all rubbery, no, I didn't get any rubbery chicken. I know rubbery chicken. I've had it many times in cheaper frozen meals. That's not this. The chicken is actually pretty good. A piece of gristle, it happens occasionally. It sucks, but it wasn't rubbery or overcooked or anything like that. It was good, and the bacon is really good. The bacon has a real bacon taste. It doesn't taste like fake bacon bits. It's actual real bacon pieces chopped up, and the flavor was good. The chicken was good. It was all good to me. So I'm not really sure where people are getting this information from, at least on the Google reviews. They're, you know, I guess it can happen. You can get a bad meal every once in a while, but for some reason this one stuck out as having more than one bad review. And I disagree. I think that this is a good Devour meal. It's up there with the other ones. The white cheddar mac and cheese with bacon, which is what they were comparing it to, is really good too. I think I might like this one more, honestly, because I kind of like the Alfredo sauce. I just wish there was a little bit more Alfredo sauce. And the backyard barbecue one, and all the Devour meals, they're all really good. And I'm going to give this one... No, yeah, I'm a little on the edge. I kind of want to give it a 5 because it is a really good meal, just like most of the other Devour meals. But I'll give it a 4 because I do wish that there was more Alfredo sauce, and that chicken incident did throw me off a little bit. But I don't think that should stop anybody from buying this if you're curious. You can't really go wrong with Devour. I do their reviews sometimes. I think I might have reviewed most of their meals by now. They don't come out with new meals too often. I wish they did, but really, if you see Devour in the frozen aisle and you're looking for a quick dinner or lunch or whatever, you really can't go wrong. Any of the Devour meals, you're going to get something that's at the very least decent to very good. They don't have a bad meal as far as I'm concerned. They're a strong contender in the frozen meal market. And this one is right along with the others. It's great. So I disagree with those reviews. I say 4 out of 5, close to a 5, but there are a couple little issues, but nothing too bad. And that is Devour's creamy bacon Alfredo mac and cheese with chicken. And I will see you all next time.